Hello yogis, welcome to Desert Lotus Yoga in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We are here to take a chair class this afternoon. So just find yourself a nice sturdy chair, your yoga mat. You're going to place your chair on top of the yoga mat, making sure that all four legs are stacked nicely on the mat just to avoid any slip and slide. We want to make sure that our chair is very stable, very steady. As we come into our practice, we're going to start off by placing our left hand on the belly, bringing the right hand over the heart. Starting off just by noticing the body, noticing what qualities you carry today. Notice your breath. Don't change anything. Don't bring any judgment. Don't bring any criticism, just observing how you feel. As you sit, start to lengthen the inhales, lengthening the exhales, and begin to inhale through the nose if you aren't already, and exhaling through the nose. If you notice me closing my eyes throughout our practice, it's okay. I normally teach with my eyes closed. I'm not sure why. I also teach fifth graders, but I promise you that I don't teach them with my eyes closed. I try to stay as present as possible when I'm around 11-year-olds. As we come into our Ujjayi breath, we're going to begin to tighten up the back of the throat, just noticing that constriction as if we are fogging up a mirror. So as you inhale, it's going to make a sound like the ocean. And as you exhale, we're going to maintain that constriction, keeping that tightness in the throat, and continuing to create that oceanic sound. So inhaling through the nose, and exhaling through the nose. Continuing to inhale and exhale as we begin to calm the body, relaxing the mind, or calming the mind, relaxing the body, however you want to think about it. Coming to your yoga mat, your yoga chair, without any expectation. You are just here to breathe, to move your body, to get to know yourself a little bit better. More than anything, finding your breath, finding your peace within. Perhaps you'd like to think of an intention for your practice. Maybe there's a prayer that you would like to say for the world right now, maybe for yourself, maybe for your family. Maybe there's a mantra that you have in mind. I've been chanting Ram to myself over the past few days, just trying to bring myself a little bit closer to God. But anything you want, even if you would like to just focus on coming back to the breath over and over again, that's perfectly fine. Once you have your intention, your breath in place, we're going to bring our hands together at heart center and just take a gentle bow towards your heart center, bowing inward, coming into a sense of love, a sense of peace. And inhale, taking your eye gaze upward as we come into our asana practice. We're going to take our hands to the knees. If you'd like, you can widen your legs. It's not necessary. We're going to come into some flows through cat and cow. I tend to like to sit a little bit further toward the edge of my seat, but whatever is comfortable for you and whatever helps you to feel more grounded is what you want to do. So we're going to start off by inhaling, arching the back slightly, taking the eye gaze upward, shining your heart out, inhaling a soft green light. And as you exhale, start to spread your shoulders apart, bow into that heart space. Surrendering to love. Inhale, arch through the spine, and exhale, round. Continue to move in this way, feeling your heart opening up. And as you round into cat, feel the love coming back into your heart. It's a beautiful thing about love. We expand and we give it out. And always, in some way or another, it comes back to us. Taking as many of these motions as you'd like. And whenever you're ready, no rush, no hurry, we're gonna come back into Tadasana, which is a neutral position here on our chair. So starting off by taking our hands up above the head, we're gonna draw the heart or the hands back down to the heart center. Inhale, take the arms up. And exhale, pull down to your heart center. One more time, just moving the energy in your room, around you, and pulling it down over your body. In your home, I'm sure there's positive energy. That is my hope for each person. And we're going to just root your hands onto the edge of your chair and just drop your left ear down toward your left shoulder. Feel a nice lengthening in the right side of your neck. And pull the shoulders back and down. Shoulders have a tendency to want to creep up into the ears. Just drop them, soften them. Inhale, take the head back to center, and exhale, let's drop down to the other side, bringing the right ear down toward the shoulder. And inhale, coming back up, take your little cupcake fingertips and place them on your shoulders. And we're gonna start to circle forward. As we breathe with the movement, inhaling and exhaling, moving slowly and mindfully. And then when you're ready, we can take these shoulders in the opposite direction. When we come into breath work, we are calming the mind, bringing the body into a place of balance. A place where we can tell ourselves, it's okay to rest, it's okay to relax. Excuse me. So moving into some twists, inhale, take the arms up. And on the exhale, we're gonna drop the left hand to the back of the chair and we'll bring the right hand to the bottom edge of the chair. Inhale, lengthen through the crown. Feel yourself growing taller, taller, taller. As you inhale, let your belly be soft, fill it up with air. And as you exhale, you can deepen into your twist if you'd like, taking your eye gaze over the left shoulder. And inhale, arms come up. Exhale, we'll drop over to the other side. Once again, just squaring ourselves to the right side. Fill the belly up with air, the diaphragm expands. And as we exhale, perhaps twisting to deepen into the spine. Remember to go with the flow, move with life, trying to avoid fighting against what's coming. We really have no control. It's challenging, it's difficult, it's scary, but we can get through it together. Inhale, bring the arms up. Take your foot stance just a bit wider than hips distance. And then on the exhale, go ahead and come into a fold. So your glutes are firmly rooted on the chair, but you have the weight of your torso coming down toward your mat. My mat wants to move all over because I'm on the carpet in our lobby, so I'm trying to keep it from doing that. Just let your crown reach down. Shake your head out if that feels good. Side to side, forward and backward. Open up your mouth, move your jaw from side to side, whatever feels good. Whatever you can do to release any tension in the face or the body. Inhale, slowly rolling up the spine. We're going to draw our right foot up toward the chest. So maybe your heel reaches onto your chair, maybe it doesn't, mine doesn't, chair's too tall for me. But we're just gonna work to pull the right knee in toward the chest. Taking a slight tuck of the chin, we lengthen through the cervical spine. Dropping the shoulders, we help the spine itself to lengthen as well. On the exhale, we're going to extend that right leg out. Point the toes away from the body. Use your hands if you like to steady yourself on the chair. Pointing and flexing through the toes a couple of times, and then making some circles with the ankle. Go in both directions. And then move yourself to the very edge of your chair. Extend your right foot down so that the heel is on the floor, and begin to gently fold forward at the hips. On the inhale, bring that right leg so it's parallel to the earth. Foot is flexed toward the face. We're just going to hold for 3 breath cycles. Inhaling through the nose once again, exhaling through the nose. And let's go ahead and exhale. Drop the right foot down to the earth. And inhale, bring that left knee in toward the chest. Pulling yourself in nice and tight. Dropping the shoulders. Try to engage your core. Imagining that solar plexus active, strong, bringing in a sense of confidence. And when you're ready, extending the left foot out. Let that heel glide down toward the earth. I think we forgot to do some circles. We'll catch those when we lift our leg up. And begin to hinge forward. Bending into the left leg, getting a nice stretch on our hamstring. Gentle tuck of the chin and slowly rolling up. We'll bring that left leg up with us, point the toes away from you, and then flex toward the face, pointing and flexing, continuing to breathe. I always love that circle through the ankle. Just breathe. I've been a runner for most of my adult life, and I once had a friend who could just run like the wind, and I was like, how do you do it? Do you like breathe a certain way? And she was like, I just breathe. So I kind of find it funny when I say in yoga, just breathe, when really there's so much more to breathing than just breathing. When you're ready, extend that left leg, pull it away from your body, and flex the toes toward the face. And just breathe. Make sure your spine isn't rounding like mine kind of is right now. Lengthen through the crown. And exhale, go ahead and bring your left foot down to meet the right. And root yourself through your heels. We're going to come into chair pose next, so we want to make sure that we're nice and strong. So I'm pressing the tips of my toes down as well as the heels of my feet. And then we're going to press, 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 and just begin to lift up, lifting the hips up off the chair, and take your arms up toward the sky. Shoulders are down in the shoulder girdle. Feel yourself. You are strong. You are beautiful or gorgeous, and you are worthy of everything that you deserve and desire in your life. And exhale, go ahead and come back down onto your chair. We're going to come into a revolved chair pose on our seat now, so scooting your glutes to the edge of the chair if you're not already there. We're going to fold down between the legs, so feet are about chair distance apart, maybe a little bit wider. We're going to take our left hand, plant it down on the mat, and we're going to inhale, extending our right arm upward. Root down through those feet and bring your feet about hips distance apart, so just drawing them inward. And if you'd like, you can lift your glutes up off the chair. I'm going to go ahead and keep mine. I'm just being tired today. Inhale, bring the hands to heart center, prayer position, and take your torso back to center. Inhale up. Let's go ahead and move some energy. Inhale, take the arms upward, and exhale, pull down through the heart. Once again, inhale, arms come up, and exhale, pull down. Inhale, and exhale, coming into our forward fold. This time, our right hand is going to come down onto the mat. Inhale, left arm comes up for a revolved chair pose. Take those left fingers way up to the sky, as far as they can go. If you like, once again, feel free to lift your glutes up off the chair, making sure that your feet are about hips distance apart. Come into your breath. This one's for you, Vicki. We have a teacher here who is very well known for her chair poses. When you're ready, inhale, bring the hands together at heart center. And we're gonna come into some eagle twist. Let me just straighten out my little mat here. Does not want to cooperate on a rug. If you have a hard floor, it would probably be better if you were able to place your mat on that instead of a carpet or a rug. So coming into chair eagle, it's probably one of my favorite ways to come into chair, especially if you're working in an office or something like that. This is always something that's available to you. We're going to inhale, take the right leg over the left. In my mother's words, sitting like a lady. And we're going to inhale, bring the hands together at heart center. If it's available to you, you can start to wrap your right toes behind the left ankle. If it's not available, if there's just not that mobility right now or you just don't want to, you can stay in this cross-legged position. We're going to inhale, take the arms nice and wide, push back. Shine your heart forward. And on the exhale, we're going to draw the arms together, bringing the right arm under the left and wrap yourself in. Biggest hug of the day. Pull yourself in nice and tight. Let go of anything that's weighing you down. If you'd like to bring your arms into the eagle bind, start to take the backs of the hands together, scissor the hands away from one another, and then try to reach for opposite palms. Try to keep your, I guess this would be the bottom elbow, so that it's parallel to the earth. Your eye gaze will be toward your thumb. Sit up nice and tall. I was on a run today and there was a beautiful hawk. It was probably looking for something to eat, but it sat in the tree. It was just so peaceful. I imagined that it was taking perspective from way up high. So in this time we can do that. Take our perspective from way up high. And this huge problem that we're facing may seem a little more like something we can conquer. On the exhale, release the arms, stretch them back once again. Shine your heart out. Bring the hands to heart center. Inhale, take the right foot and make it so that it's on the mat with your left. Doing these videos, I realize how much I talk way too much, so I apologize for that. Inhale, take your left foot up over the right. If you'd like to bind with your feet, please go ahead and do that. Left foot comes behind the right ankle. Arms come wide once again. Shine your heart out and forward, maybe lifting up your head, opening up the throat chakra. On the exhale, draw your hands together. Left hand this time comes under the right. As we pull ourselves in, hugging yourself, loving yourself. At the end of the day, you are on this earth. You deserve to be a soul moving through time. Honor yourself, love yourself. On an inhale, if you'd like to come into the arm bind, we'll scissor the backs of the hands together and then reach for opposite palms. Remember that bottom elbow, we're going to try to parallel that to the earth. Eye gaze will go toward your thumbs. Beautiful eagles. Birds in general. You're either terrified of them or you love them, but nobody can deny that they are majestic. beginning to unwind, unbind, untangle yourself, all of the uns. Take your left foot so that it's on the mat, on the earth. These papers, notes out of the way. We're gonna come into goddess pose on the chair. So taking your feet as wide as they can. My glutes are the very, very edge of my chair. So it's really important that you have a chair that you feel steady and sturdy on, because I'm pressing all my weight down here. So coming into goddess, inhale, take the arms up. Try to keep your triceps parallel to the ground. Coming into goddess arms. As we lift through the spine, we're taking a gentle tuck of the pelvis. This is also known as fierce pose, and when you're standing without the chair, you certainly feel fierce. But take this moment to use the chair. Sometimes using support is as fierce as going it alone. When you're ready, we're going to drop, bringing our hands to our left hand to the knee. We're going to pull our right shoulder in and stretch it toward the left knee. Inhale up, and we'll exhale, coming over to the other side. Left shoulder comes toward the right knee. Inhale up, and exhale over. One more time on the other side. To center, bring the hands together at the heart, scooping up all that energy once again. On the exhale, go ahead and begin to fold down, drawing the feet toward the center line of the body, making sure that they're about hips distance apart. We're just going to release the head and neck, shake it out. Inhale for halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. One more time, inhaling for halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Gently tucking the chin, starting to roll up the spine, one vertebra at a time. And we're gonna stand coming to the back of our chair. So as we move our practice to the back of the chair, just gonna scoot my chair up a little bit so that I have some room back here. We're gonna, in fact, maybe I'll turn my chair this way so that you can see me better. So we're going to start off by coming into a forward fold. So our feet are quite a distance back from the chair, and we're going to begin to hinge at the waist. So we want to have a flat back. So however far back on your floor you need to go to get a nice flat spine, that's what you want to do. Use the chair for support, use the chair to ground you, and press into your heels. Trying not to arch the back. I noticed that I was letting my belly drop. It's really important to pull the belly button up. This helps to give the spine some strength. So turning my chair, we're going to come into a chair plank, which is about the only way I can do plank for a long period of time. So our feet are, once again, pretty far away from the chair. And you can grab the edges of the chair, or you can have your hands so that they're shoulder distance apart. And we're just going to start to walk the feet back. Nice strong arms. Pull the belly button in toward the spine. Lift up and out through the shoulders. On the exhale, push back into downward facing dog. Let your head hang down. And inhale, come back to plank. Exhale. Exhale for down dog. And inhale to plank. This really helps with my shoulder mobility a lot. And then walking the feet forward, we're going to come into our chair tree pose. So with your chair nice and steady, we have a couple of options here. We can take traditional modified tree, where we just bring our right foot to the calf, holding onto the chair. This will help to balance us, lifting out of that left hip. Or if we want to come into a little bit of a stronger tree, or maybe stronger is not the best word, but a deeper tree pose, we can bring our left foot so that it's parallel to the edge of the mat and start to draw it back as we bring our right leg as close to the edge of the chair as we can get it. Still, we want to be lifting out of the right side of the leg, or the right leg. And if you feel steady and you feel like you can let go of your chair for a moment, just gently extend or push your left knee backward. Back to grounding with your chair, balance. Inhale, take your left arm up. Grow those branches. Springtime, time for renewal. Rebirth. And when you're ready, taking the left foot down. Depending on what variation you did, we're going to come over to the other side either way. This time you might be bringing your left foot to the right calf. That's fine. If you went into a deeper version of the chair or tree pose, we want to bring our right foot so that it's on the chair and parallel to the front seat, the front part of the seat. And we're going to draw our left leg as close to the chair as we can get it. Square your hips forward and gently guide that right knee back, opening up the hips, activating the glutes. Come back to using the chair, grounding us, balancing us. And when you're ready, inhale, lift that left arm up, roll your branches up toward the earth or toward the sky. Beautiful blue skies. We're so blessed here in New Mexico to have the blue skies, to have the beautiful sunrises and sunsets. When you're ready, inhale, bring the hands back together at the heart. We're going to bring the left foot so that it meets us, the right foot so that it meets us on the earth, and come back to your chair. So coming to the edge of your chair, we're going to take pigeon pose. This is another favorite pose to take on a chair. It just feels really, really good if you're having to sit all day long. When you're ready, inhale, take your right ankle to the top of the left knee, and this right here just might be plenty for you, and if it is, that's great. Stay right here. There's no need to push ourselves beyond what the body is ready and willing to do. Sit up nice and tall. Right now we have our right foot flexed gently, and if you'd like, we're going to begin to hinge forward. Only to the point where your left hip or right hip says, okay, I'm done, that's good. And trust me, you will come to that point where it says, I'm done, I'm good. If you'd like to go even further, you can bring your hands down toward the mat and let your head hang heavy. Remember Remember not to do anything that jeopardizes your body, especially in this time. We need to be as healthy as we can. We need to be ready. We need to be completely present. We can't do that if we have an injury. Please feel free to stay in your pigeon as long as you'd like. For the sake of our video, we're gonna tuck the chin and begin to slowly roll up the spine. Moving, letting the arms hang down. And gently coming back into a full seated position. Pulling that chest open as we grasp onto the shin. Take your eye gaze upward. And then round into the spine. Uncrossing that right foot. Just move the knees from side to side, gentle windshield wiper. And then we'll come into the other side. Inhaling the left ankle to the top of the right knee. Rooting down through your right foot this time. Feel yourself nice and centered on your glutes. And then when you're ready, once again, this could be just exactly what you need right here, and that's fine. Oh, by the way, while you're here, if you want to give yourself a quick foot massage, please feel free to do that. It is, oh, we all deserve a nice foot massage right now, so maybe giving ourselves one might be the only way. Go ahead and press your left hand gently onto your left knee if you'd like to start to deepen this posture just a little bit. And on the exhale, begin to fold down if this is right for you today. Let your crown come down to the earth, pointing down, surrendering. Inhaling that soft orange light as we work into the hips, into the sacral chakra. Let go of anything that does not serve you. Soften your shoulders into this posture. Staying in pigeon pose for as long as you'd like. We're going to start to move out of it as we tuck the chin to the chest and start to slowly roll up the spine, one vertebra at a time. Once again, pulling the chest open. Maybe you can reach behind, interlacing your fingers, stretching the arms out, stretching the shoulders, opening the chest. And dropping your left foot down to meet the right. We're going to take our stance pretty wide as we come into happy baby. Exhale, folding down, reaching for your toes. Maybe you use your two peace sign fingers to interlock your toes and fold down. Use the leverage that you're creating with that grasp on your toes to really pull yourself as much as you'd like. I miss watching my 5th graders. I'm home with my kids and they're so much fun, but being in a room full of kids, now that's something. It really boosts your energy because you have to have a ton of energy to be able to keep up with them. I have a 5th grader at home, but she's pretty energetic, but I can handle one. It's 23 that I think really helped me to stay energized. Coming into that childlike joy. When you're ready, releasing, slowly rolling up the spine. Bring your feet together. When I take chair classes, I always like to come into Shavasana with my feet in crisscross applesauce or easy pose. Sorry, my nose is really itchy for some reason. I would like for you to take Shavasana however you feel comfortable. This is really comfortable for me, but it might not be for you. And so as we come into Shavasana, I'm just going to let my knees fall into a relaxed position. I'm going to draw my shoulders down. If you have a back on your chair, feel free to rest into that. There's nothing wrong with resting into the back of your chair. If you'd like to stay active through the spine, you can do that as well. I'm going to lean back. Letting your breath be natural. Noticing any thoughts that are coming into your mind. Let them come. Try not to push them down. This is one thing I'm learning, is that the more we push thoughts away, they're very persistent. The ego is strong. So when we push them away, we're just prolonging the inevitable. They're going to come back. So let the thoughts come. If it's a negative thought, sit with it for a moment. If it's persistent and nagging, ask yourself if it's true. If it's not true, exchange it with a thought that is. If it is true, which a lot of times when we're dealing with the ego it is not true, but if it is true, let it know that you'll come back to it another time. If you'd like, you can gently close your eyes. It's at this point that I would normally give head massage, so if you'd like, you can take your hands, just take the fingertips and start to rub them, starting with your thumb, on the space just behind your ears. It's really hard, I'm assuming it's a bone. I'm not great with cranial anatomy, but just rub those spaces behind your ears and then move the thumbs to your temples, gently applying pressure. And then start to work the tips of the fingers into the crown or into the skull. Try to pay attention to all the parts. Allie, a teacher here, got me into white angelica oil, so I've been putting it in my hair after my showers, and oh my gosh, not only does it smell good, but it's got a very calming effect to it. So anytime I rub my head, it sort of stimulates that, and it just feels so nice. And once you feel like you've had a good, nice head massage, just fully rest. Thank you for joining me today for this chair class. If you'd like, you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook. Our website is where we're going to be posting our YouTube videos. Feel free to give us a like there. We're going to be here for as long as you need us to be here. We're so thankful for you. We're thankful for this space, and we can't wait. We can't wait to get back to our hugs. Thank you so much. Namaste.